That idol has saved my life more than once.
You! I read about someone matching your description in the latest dispatch. And now there'll be another tale about you for our war owls to whistle across the four corners of Referral.
Pursing her bruised lips, Captain Oral glares up at the carrion birds circling the bloody remains of her men that litter the entrance to Arx. She sighs heavily.
You took care of business too late for my crew, though. All my best paladins are dead, whether by the hands of the Magisters or the claws of the Voidwoken.
The captain sobers and curls her lip at the Voidwoken corpses nearby. She spits a bloody tooth in the direction of the closest one.
Could be worse. At least Arx is now under the control of Lord Kem. After your communique, he instigated investigations into every Magister in the city. We're sure it's the collusion between the Magisters and the Black Ring that drew the Voidwoken here. To think they blamed all sorcerers. The only question remaining is why? What? The Magisters have a lot to answer for. Those left alive, that is. Sometimes good people do bad things, and there are consequences to every action.
She eyes you curiously, eyes narrowing in her hard face.
Oh, I thought I could rotate the mic without... whatever. That's what that sound was.
Are you serious? You won't find the leader of the Magisters walking in the open in Arx. This is Paladin territory now. But check in with Lord Kem. He's conducting an investigation of all the Magisters in the barracks. He might know something about her whereabouts. Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
Well, I tried to save the paladins. They all died in the first turn, and then we almost died trying to... Rushing in headlong is not good. Honestly, I've got to refill my water jug and just probably just take a breather from it after this fight. And it's just... do some looting now. That's most of it. Oh, healing potion over here. Oh, that's steel. Unfortunate. Just when the fights are starting to get easy. Just make a complete 180. I've also made the wrong call on the infusion too. That came from not knowing exactly what Steam Lance was. I thought it was an attack. It's actually a heal. So that was a bit of a waste. Oh, as I said, I'm gonna go take a little short breather and refill my water. Hope you ever have Mother's Day. Okay, there are a few routes we could took and could have took, could take. Of course, we can't reach that. Okay. Now it's gone. Wait, there. The hand back Iffin's pyramids. Oh, wait, what? Why is he down here? Did he? Never mind. There's no way back. He might have actually used the pyramid. Oh, because he's split. Wait a minute. Wait turn. There we are. Had this interrupted. These some bitches. Yeah, that we're like 14% packet loss right now. That is. And that one night we had like less than 10% packet loss seems to really be the exception. Okay, so there's some outlaws up here. And then there's, yeah, the harbor. The harbor, which the other way we had gone. Been along there. Yeah, I guess this is just the way to Arcs. Let's check out the harbor, maybe? I don't know if that's a good idea.
I know you, or I've heard of you. I'm one of Loha's, and you did us quite a good turn back in.
feel like all but disconnecting here. That was another full 1.5% onto the total packet loss, which was like, I don't know how long that was. 20, 30 seconds? 0 bit rate.
She casts her eyes over the wreck below the bridge.
After all that's happened, it does me good to see you here. My driver, my cart wolf. Look at him. And for what? Void woke him. Weren't anywhere near us, but old Max sniffed him out anyway. Got so spooked he pulled my carriage right off the bloody bridge. Pulled my driver off with him. I rolled out in time. Better stranded out here than stuck in a city with a void woken, I suppose. But they deserved better than this. It were a wedding. Event of the season over at Mikhail Ross's estate. We were going in place of our boss.
See, I legit thought this would
She
be,
looks over the wreckage with a grimace.
you know, we go into a bustling city filled with magisters and we just kind of navigate our way through social hierarchy and stuff. But no, this place is absolutely wrecked because Dallas just doesn't. It's all Dallas's fault at this point.
Loard'd gnaw my ear off if he could see the shape his emissaries are in.
She gives you a sharp look.
I suppose you know a little something about a wedding. Isn't that right? Figured as much. I thought I might meet you here. But the wedding's all yours. I'm not leaving my dog or my driver here. We've been riding together, the three of us, must be 10 years now. After what happened in the caves, well, I ain't abandoning any more of mine to no kind of fate except the one they would have wanted. Good luck. I hope you're made of sterner stuff.
Anywho, we are going to the harbor.
Do this, Grace. I hope boss understands.
I don't see that connected to the city. Yeah, it's all isolated.
A spillage all over the floor.
Let's see, can I see it from here? Yeah. Yeah. Not getting any ships going, you know? But I think it's level 20. 20% air resistance, that's fine and dandy. I think it sucks that my water infusion summon doesn't get any kind of water tax. They're all heals. Which, I mean, could be helpful to us. Looks like we're gonna hover around 16% packet loss this stream. If it's 30%, it's definitely gonna be disconnecting at that point. Oh yeah, there's vines here. Wait, and a puffball. I know what they're for, but I don't use them. Haven't yet. Not a big crafter in this game. Actually, before I get too close to whatever that person's possessed.
The girl's spine suddenly arches back at an unnatural angle. A squeal of distress morphs into a deep, throaty chuckle. She straightens and looks at you. Her eyes are black.
She is ours. You will not speak to her. You cannot help her.
A rasping, ancient laugh rises from the girl's throat.
Speak to her? She screams for you inside us. You cannot hear her, and you never will. Her name is lost. All that defines her will be lost. We will see to that. Soon we will swallow the last of her spirit, and her body will be ours.
Her eyes clear for just a moment, showing a brief glimpse of the child within. Then the blackness fills them once again, and the demon hisses at you.
You give her hope. Good. It will make her spirit all the more delicious for us when she breaks. The child's purity cannot protect her forever. She cannot resist us. She is nothing. She doesn't even have a name.
A harsh, rattling laugh.
You put too much faith in the girl's spirit. She cannot resist us.
Ooh, I don't know what. Strength and memory aren't my two highest stats right now. Wait, is this the girl from the ship? If only we could have persuaded Buttons to let us near her. We had to kill him. Get her out. Or her, I forget what gender Buttons was. Buttons was a cat that was so loyal it became undead to protect her. As a super loyal cat. Oh, damn it.
Pathetic. Truly pathetic. Perhaps her true name would have helped. Perhaps not. Now get away from us. Your efforts grow tiresome. You must seek to torment her too. Every time you draw near, she screams and pleads. Run then! If you...
Leave me alone!
Alright, I'm gonna separate from Ifin a bit and then go to the Hall of Echoes. Assuming I have another persuasion chance, what I'm going to do is just respec all my civil points into persuasion. Yeah, why does he have leader in sight?
Leave me alone!
Ally has leadership 5. You have leadership 5. What? Mind. I don't know who's given him Ethan leadership, but okay. See, 59 strength, it wasn't enough. There we are.
You must seek to... Your trick failed, old...
Oh, snap.
You must to torment her too.
The girl's black eyes follow your gaze. Her lips curl into a fiendish grin. She lifts her hands and licks blood, not her own, off her fingertips.
We killed them with her little hands. We made her watch. We made her feel.
I wonder when the last save. I wonder when the last save was. Oy. Oy. Okay. I'm gonna like. So I've noticed that in dialogues, they never give you the option to kill children. For everybody else, you have the option to just straight up kill them. Of course, they cut up the packets right there and then. Just saying, they never give you the option to kill children in dialogue. For everyone else, they do. It's they make you Skyrim and Fallout as Bethesda games. In that they give you all this freedom to do whatever you want, but as soon as it has to do with a child, you just have to play nice. I find that absurd. Children are not exempt from the cruelties of the world. Or more precisely, if you're free to do anything, you should be free to do anything. Oh wait, on our outskirts, Hull echoes. Again. Fable let you kill children. I know that. You didn't get all maligned for it either, because I didn't really bring attention to it. It's not like you're supposed to kill children, it's just you can. And here, persuasion is too late. We don't have a save near then, so frick. No, not that.
You must seek to torment her too.
A look of terror overcomes the girl's features as she finds herself lurching towards you, as if her feet move against her will. She presents herself with open arms, grinning maniacally, even as tears run down her cheeks.
Do it then. Kill the child. We will find another.
Alright, for you, first off. Here we are. Oh, they actually are. Interesting. I'm more so surprised they actually do legitimately give you the option to kill her. Because I know that they had, like, kid ghosts at another area. And, like every other ghost, you can consume the resource, but for those kid ghosts, you didn't have the option to. Remember that. Hi. Hope you're having a good Mother's Day. I've been having a hard fight in the... Wait. How far back it... That's why I made the new quick save. I want to see how far back this one is. So I failed a persuasion check. I want to see how much I have to redo before... Doesn't feel too far back. Nice. Back up to 60. This box is fidgety. There. Alright, if it also needs his pyramids back. This is 80 hours in, and I thought we'd be finally going to just a straight city and have to deal with the law and civilization, but no. No, we have to deal with monsters from the void.
Dearest Grace, I know you.
She cast.
After all, my driver. My cart void better straight you were away.
She looks over.
Low eye.
She gives you
I suppose you figured us. We've been riding good luck.
Alright.
a switch all over the floor.
Yeah, so as far as one of the things we're gonna have to deal with, I don't think we should be fighting this directly, though. Well, maybe if we can get the high ground, we might have a chance, but, I don't even know if we can get the high ground. Yeah, I've noticed you usually go to sleep by like 10 p.m. my time. It's got some more body horror, that's for sure. Should have seen his tentacles writhing around. Those things had mouths on it. Alright, so make your actual quick save here. And separate off. Go back to base. And there we are. Just for maybe this. Yeah, it's social interaction has the biggest influence on her schedule. Which is why, like, when you don't have any social interaction, we tend to go on a 25-hour schedule instead of a 24.
The girl's spine sat back at an unnatural angle. A squeal of distress morphs into a deep, throaty chuckle. She straightens and looks at you. Her eyes are black.
She is ours. You will not speak to her. You cannot help.
Yeah, we went from like 16.0 to 17.8 just there. Which was like an extra 10k frames dropped.
The girl squeezes her eyes shut and bows her head. Her own voice emerges, quavering with stress.
I can't do it. I can feel the sunlight and air and
The laugh rises once more, and the girl lifts her head. Her gleeful eyes remain pitch black.
Fool! She is ours. Any strength is ours.
Her eyes clear for just a moment, showing a brief glimpse of the child within. Then the blackness fills them once again, and the demon hisses at you.
You give her hope. Good. It will make her spirit all the more delicious for us when she breaks. The child's purity cannot protect her forever. She cannot resist us. She is nothing. She doesn't even have a name.
Oh, do I not have the...
Run then. You must seek to torment her too. Every time you draw near, she cannot resist us. She is nothing.
That's
She
interesting.
doesn't even have a name.
Alright. Maybe. Maybe it was because I looted this guy? I don't even know. Wait. So Spirit Eyes? I know we didn't have any souls here to look at, but I'm missing a dialogue option from back then. I had the option to try and give her a name.
You must seek to torment her too. Every time you draw...
The girl's black eyes follow your gaze. Her lips curl into a fiendish grin. She lifts her hands and licks blood, not her own, off her fingertips.
And the level scaling is also like D&D too, because the soft cap is at 20.
We killed them with her little hands. She cannot resist us. Fool, you're wasting your time.
Oh, I could ask her some questions. That's the thing, I could go immediately to try giving her a new name to help her recall herself before, which is when I failed the persuasion check. So, I don't know why that... whatever.
Her name is lost. Nothing. Soon she will be nothing.
Oh, I guess that... I guess I misremembered what happened like 10 minutes ago. Probably had asked the questions.
The girl grimaces in concentration. Her fingers spasm. For just a moment, she extends all digits on one hand and two more on the other hand.
She has nobody. Only us.
I don't think she should remember buttons. Because buttons was... okay, so this girl was... you remember that whole, flesh-covered island from like 2 or 3 streams ago? Well, in those vaults with all the possessed people that they couldn't really exorcise, but we went in and exorcised anyways, or killed. This child was one of them. And she had a cat that was so loyal it actually became undead to keep guard. And we couldn't persuade the cat to let us take her out, so we had to kill the cat. This means while Buttons would be very dear to her, Buttons is dead now for good, so I'm not sure. Not sure if it's a good idea to remind her of Buttons.
A harsh, rattling laugh.
You put too much faith in the girl's spirit. She cannot resist us.
This should work now.
The girl's eyes clear for a moment, but then are swallowed by darkness once more.
Pathetic. Truly, her screams and pleads. Your trick failed. You must seek to torment her too. Every time you are old and tainted. There is no sport for us in corrupting you. The girl is pure. She is a delicacy.
connection's still unstable, but the bit rate's getting higher. Okay, it's greened out for now. We're at 18% packet loss. That's total percent since the stream started an hour ago. Means we lost like 13 minutes or something. Just haven't gone through because Comcast is... There's plenty of things on Comcast, but Comcast is really low on the list.
The black eyes churn with intrigue, then flash hungrily.
You will do. Enjoy this last moment before we take you.
Alright. I kind of want to get possessed by a demon, but I don't see... I could smack the demon out of the child, but I kind of... Of course I cut off the packets then. Man, I can barely narrate what the heck I'm doing before those packets just get dropped. But yeah, I was hoping I could get it out of... The only two options were to either try smacking it out of her, which... I have no idea how close to death she'd get before the demon would come out, if at all. Or bringing it into me, and I guess I'll try bringing it into me. I kind of don't want to, because that's probably going to be a negative.
And break you.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, right. I've dealt with demonic invasion before. Yeah, we do just have to smack it out of them. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I've got the ult, so it won't matter too much if...
Prepare yourself.
Won't matter too much if I die. Just because I'll respawn back in. All fine and dandy. But that is like a lot of HP to churn through. Or not. Goddamn high ground. I should have fortified myself. Well, whatever. Poof back up. That teleports on cooldown, so it doesn't matter for me. Exactly, I'm now respawned, and that's totally fine. I mean, I don't have any armor active, which is... How am I gonna do this? I think I'll give you death resist. And then... decisions. It's like, do I use a 3 AP attack? Yeah. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to try and change that every stream, but I'm playing Divinity Original Sin 2. Title card up there at top of the pause screen. Yeah, I could do a 3 AP attack or 2 AP attacks. Yeah. That should be fine.
Will pay for killing our host. Filth.
Oh, snap. Should have gotten his magic armor back up, huh? Oh, nice. Well, enjoy your stay. This is going to be a rough fight. I really should have used Fortify and Frost Armor on him. Oh boy. Would not have gotten turned mad at that point. I don't know if I should abandon the high ground or not. So I get double damage for being on the high ground. But, oh, he's almost dead. Can I reach him? Oh wait, he has death resist. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's see what to do. Assassinate to be sure. Wait, did that just... Oh, okay. So all that's left is you with your 1 turn of madness. Well, let's see about preserving you then.
Prepare yourself.
And some frost armor. Yeah, stuff like all the minions disappearing is exactly why you want to go for the big bad guys in every fight. Alright, that should help a little bit. I can do to slow him down without killing him, though. Don't think I have anything. Or there's a little bit. Assuming Phoenix Dive is still on cooldown, this should be alright. Oh, that's... Alright, he's still gonna be on fire, but... Oh, he's got... There we go. Double resist to be sure. Alright, immediately after this, you're going to go back and respec Persuasion into Lucky Charm.
You did that for me. You let that thing take you. Just for me.
Her voice shrinks to an awed, overcome whisper.
Thank you.
She averts her gaze from yours. Her lower lip trembles as she speaks.
Gosh, Comcast does not like giving us a stable connection.
The monster. It made me do things. Horrible things.
She takes a deep breath, then raises her head and meets your gaze. Her stare is resolute, aged far beyond her years.
It showed me how bad things can get. But I'm still here, and it isn't. I think I'll be all right now. I...
Words fail her, so instead, she throws her arms around you in a big hug.
I don't know. Maybe my family's still out there somewhere. Or maybe I'm alone. Maybe that's a good thing. I've had to share my head for so long. It'll be good to be alone for a while.
She falls into a contemplative silence for a moment, then perks up once again.
Hey, do you know the magic-y stuff everyone's so scared of? Source. I can
Yeah.
use Source. It helped me to keep the monster from winning entirely. I don't need it anymore. I want you to have it. I'm going to go and find my cat now. He must be lonely without me.
Oh.
Bye. I won't forget you.
Oh, hello. That's a lot of source orbs. That's a lot of source orbs. Alright, now to... Gosh, that's a lot of loot. Alright, got that recharged. Any identified gear? Alright, I think we'll head back to Health Echoes and I'll respec out of this. Back to Lucky Charm for more loot. And there we have it. Alright, now for a little bit of inventory management, because I think all the people we have here on board the ship should be able to identify all of our stuff. I'll just store that in the pouch. Well, the basket, really. That we don't have any use for. Still don't know what the heck this Voidwoken Fish Exchange is for. I forget where we got it. It was sometime in Act 2? Or in Act 4 now. I have no idea what it's for. Alright, I should probably have them, yeah, clear those out. Just in case any other skills add skills to the bar, they should be right there. Switch to the bartering gear.
Like to take a look at what I've been working on? Go on, by all means.
And some expensive stuff. All level 18 gear, too. That's good to see. Alright, this is some good stuff. Alright, so sell off the wares. Shield, because neither of us use a shield. And let's take a look at what gear we can replace. That ring look like it'd be good for me. Yes, warfare, summoning. Ring is war for huntsman summoning. Oh, that's fine. And we have armor is like more than double, but those bonuses, man. +2 strength, +1 two-handed, +3 constitution, that's all really good. But I can't keep using lower level armor even if it is really good. Kind of killing us. Same deal with this. Seriously, +3 strength, that's just it's great. Oh well. Oh, hey, the gauntlets match the torso. I really want to hang on to this though, because Enrage is a skill I actually use. That's a free skill slot. This skills take up memory slots, so skill granted from an item that we actually use is just a free slot. All right, that's for Ethan, and I don't think we have. How are we on this stuff? We do need to get the rune out of that, otherwise we should be fine. This one is, wait, is that level 13? Had that one for a long time. Although I like the +3 strength, we never used this skill on that reactive armor. Alright, so you might have new pants. You totally have new pants.
Like to take a look at what I've been... By all means.
Okay. And then get the rune out. And then this is the, yeah, level 18 one with their empty slot. Pop the rune into there.
Like to take a look at what I've been working on. Go on.
And we can sell the old armor. That's that, so now have, oh yeah, got a lot more fizz armor now. It's like 600 more than I think I had in the past. Health went down to like 300 though. Guess it's a give and take. Right, I have to swap off his bartering gear because it's not good combat gear. Not anymore, anyways. Okay, now I guess the real question is, do we deal with Kraken or not? Probably do a quick save though. It's level 20. Sure, but I think we can get the high ground. Can't reach it from here. But we do have the high ground from this point. That's also a lot of HP. That is really a lot of HP. See what it's going to. Okay, as long as we don't go into the like right in front of it, should be fine. As long as we stay up here. Yeah, the levels in this game give you give you a multiplier over the past level stats, so it's exponential growth, which means one level difference is actually huge. It will make for a tough fight, and 2 level difference is you're gonna die. Now, I've killed things that are 3 levels higher than me, because we used terrain and fleeing to our advantage. Like, we used every single trick up of the book and beat it by the skin of our teeth, because I have an auto-res item with 1 use that I use a resurrection scroll with to charge it. So that thing's 2 levels higher than us, and it seems to have a lot of HP and a lot of armor. Maybe, just maybe,
I found something.
with Huntsman's high ground bonus, we can have enough DPS to actually take it out, but I don't really think so. Oh, the Toe Sword's a dagger. Okay. So instead, I'm going to do... I don't think I can sneak down those stairs. It probably covers the entire area I can walk in. And there's the hatches over here. So I'd like to give those a go. Let's get some distance, because their actual detection range is longer than their detection range. Can't just poof right outside of it. So I'll go along to the docks, up above the top of the screen, and scurry down those while sneaking. I think we can get to a hatch pretty safely. Maybe safely. That is going to be a tight corner. This is a very tight corner. Do not like it, the corner being that tight. One I'll split just in case stealth goes off. And then... do I Phoenix dive? Do I flight? Do I throw a teleporting pyramid down? I think what I'll do is... where is mine? Oh, here they are. Bottom of the list. Throw down yellow one. Oh, I can't throw it that far, huh? Alright. Let's do flight. It's definitely a non-combat action. Then... fly up. Hey, yep, that's a fight. Oh, it's easy too. Okay, I really don't know if we can kill this thing. However, it should be... might be possible to get into that hatch and flee. I don't think it's outside of our reach to flee. Let's see if I can get it from here, though. I'll save tactical retreat for, well, fleeing. Oh, it's like right out of range. Too far. One of these will have extended range. Nope. Too far. Target too far. Target too far. And I'll target too far. Okay then. Then we'll just flee then. Oh, I can reach there. And, because I have flight still, I can actually poof right next to it for less AP. And use it. He's still in the fight. Oh, but it's his turn again because we're way outside the Kraken's range. And what that means is this here costs exactly 6 AP. There we are. We're past the Kraken. I will drop those boxes later. It's at the Faith. We can sell those, I guess. Oh yeah, we can sell those. That's a pretty penny. There actually much of a point to go down here other than looting? I thought it like just might connect underground through to the other hatch, and there might be something of import here, but looks like it's just a storage shed. There are mind maggots though. Always unpleasant to see. I got some boxes to drop, and that's really it to here, huh? Alright, I'll just hand these off to Ifan. Mark that as wares, mark that as wares, and that's just something we'll have to identify later. Go back to the outskirts, and there we are. Okay, so now we need to head up here. I wonder what journal stuff we have to do. Yeah, AI pathing will always pick the most optimal route, and the camera can move faster. So this is good for if you want to travel more quickly, but of course you can't really see what's going on around yourself, and there's proximity triggers for some events. If it's dialogue though, the camera will snap back, but if it's like ambient dialogue, you're gonna miss it like that. So always directly control for actual exploration. Now, there's a bunch of hostiles up here. Yeah, you can see them starting to pop in on the mini-map. There's fog of war here, so there's some more up on this tower that we can't see yet. Yeah, you'd think that maybe we could talk to them, but they're red, which means they're just hostile already. So I'm tempted to go up there and fight them just for the XP of killing them, but at the same time, maybe if we do some other quests, they could become non-hostile. I'll check them out later. Yeah, I'd say it's because this game was really designed with keyboard and mouse in mind, and they did controller support later, I'm guessing. So they give you the whole RTS or strategist camera of being able to free roam it and then translating that to a controller so it follows the cursor. It's good for scouting, that's for sure. That way I can show you the Kraken without having to engage it.
What a massacre.
That's a lot. That's also why I normally have tooltips off. That just gets all over the screen. Alright, and we should have spirit vision. Aha.
A wave of sadness rolls off the spirit, sadness mixed with betrayal. The Magister was stabbed in the back by one they'd known as a friend.
Oh. Either possession or it was a white. Because I've yet to meet a good white Magister. Red Magisters seem to be, some of them are evil, some of them are goons, some of them are just good people doing what they think is right, but it's not actually the right thing. Others are, Red Masters are those that...
cynical guffaw that says that the world is an evil place where no one is safe. But inside the laughter, there's shame. The Magister knows that he sinned, and suspects that his death was deserved.
Like this. There's some Magisters that are like trying to correct the wrongs of others. Not all the Reds are evil, but a lot of them are. But all the Whites are evil. I have yet to meet a single White Magister that is in any capacity a good person.
Welcome to Arx. Welcome to Arx. You've picked a fine day for it.
Indeed I did.
Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now. On Lucian's day, you'd better believe it. City's a bit of a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time.
Alright.
We're managing well enough. You just stay out of trouble, and your stay in Arx shall, I'm sure, be peaceful and pleasant.
I was kind of hoping that, but then I just fought more Voidwoken than I've ever seen right at the gates.
Stay safe. Welcome
So, I'm really expecting the inside to have like little pockets of paladins holding off just swarms and swarms of Voidwoken. But
Not.
it'd be a pleasant surprise if it was actually a safe place inside the city.
Welcome to Arx, stranger. Our apologies for the mess. We'll have it cleaned up directly. Try to be careful where you tread. With the Magisters gone, this will be the end of the Voidwoken attacks, I hope. When a sorcerer uses Source, the Voidwoken come, so they say. But the Magisters have been dealing in darker magic. The Voidwoken came, bigger and more deadly. But the Magisters are done now. Take care, friend.
Welcome to Arx, and a very happy Lucian's Day to you. Don't let the Voidwoken worry you. We have the situation well in hand. Mostly.
Mostly.
I heard old Alexander tried to summon a Voidwalker.
Streets littered with corpses. Never.
Oh wow, that's a lot of corpses. Oh, and then you have the burning pile in the cart, and then the non-deacon. It's just a lot.
Look, about the divinity we've chased halfway across the goddamn world. Entrusted to one person, I don't think it's a force for good. The gods themselves were corrupt, and even Lucian could fare no better than them. Not to mention his son, Alexander, who the world's better off without. Even if you thought him worth sparing. Driven by fear, he took his father's power and used it to turn innocent sorcerers to silent monks in Fort Joy. And now here we are, like moths to a flame. not understanding that the fire will consume us. You know, when our journey started, I was a man without a purpose. I lost it in the death fog. But now, after everything we've been through together, I see what needs to be done. I say we end divinity. I say we extinguish the flame and forget about a new divine ascending. No one person should have that power. Rivellon has suffered enough. Let's share the power with everyone. And then, let's all fight the void together.
So I got mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, I do want to ultimately have coexistence. I generally seek peace. I think divinity would be a great tool for achieving that, just having overwhelming power to force all the bad actors to actually obey you, and then work on enforcing rules and morals. At least try to adhere to justice. But we also have this whole void thing to deal with, and I know the divinity failed in fighting the void, but we may need divinity to really take care of that for good. That said, I am very, very against killing my own companions just for divinity's sake. It took a lot to convince Ifen just to let me ascend. And then we didn't ascend because Dallas is a bitch. So, I could fall into any of these four options.
Ifan nods once and throws you a half smile.
Well then, let's go make that happen.
Those paladins will ruin Arx, mark my words. Nothing but a bunch of damn nobles playing soldier.
I mean, they're better than the Magisters, I'll say that. Whenever there's just a crap ton of corpses, this is I don't really feel like looting. Not because defiling the dead, we're well beyond the point of whether that we do that or not. Of course we defile the dead. What I mean is, it's so many containers to loot. So many containers. Oh hey, it's a
creatures are better off dead.
I'm pretty fine with Magister deaths, though. As I've gone over. Magisters are, like, at least 80% corrupt and evil. Hold on.
For the safety of Referral, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Okay.
The paladin hocks a gob of spittle onto the burning corpses of silent monks. The saliva sizzles momentarily and is gone.
Choose Scholar Barbarian because I wanted... Scholar is just me, but Barbarian because I want to have the option to just not take any shit from anyone, but half the time it's not quite what I'd like to do. It's funny juxtaposition, though.
She gives you a sideways glance, then turns her gaze back to the fire.
That they were. We don't burn friends in the street, nor enemies for that matter. But these things.
Okay. Explains that.
Once more, she spits on the burning corpses.
I mean, knowing what the Silent Monks actually are, I have mixed feelings about that.
The paladin wistfully hums a tune. You recognize the air. Smoke gets in your hair. He stops humming. gives you a sideways look. He rolls his eyes and turns back to the flames.
That was Rosewood's favorite song, and Rosewood's dead. You didn't know Rosewood. Leave his favorite song alone. Rosewood's dead, and these are the monsters that did it. Don't be sorry on my behalf. Be sorry for Rosewood and his wife. He was a good man, and she'll feel his loss. It'll haunt her for the rest of her days. We'll mourn him as we mourn all our own.
The spirit burns with rage at the carnage wrought on Arx. Rage for the Voidwoken, rage for the Magisters, and rage too for himself and his fellow paladins for failing to see the danger until it was too late.
Yeah, like,
The spirit's
here.
rage burns on.
Notice, I have consume the spirit source, and that's always an option with the souls of the dead. Always an option unless it's a child's soul. And I find that absurd. An absurd exception. I get why, because usually I don't know of any societies off the top of my head that would be fine with the cruelty or killing of children, but really just goes against the freedom that they otherwise give you in this game. I don't know, while I can't bring the souls of the dead here to rest, none of them seem so evil as to be worth consuming. I'll just go with the corpse. There's the source point. Although I don't have a dialogue option to consume a child's source, I probably use it mechanically.
She nods a greeting, turns away. The spirit of an older man observes the nearby painter. He tut-tuts to himself.
That poor boy is wasting his time walking upon well-trodden paths. I thought I raised him better than that. Did you tell him what you thought of his little picture? A budding painter, a journeyman, if you will. I'm afraid I poisoned the well for the poor lad. He had to grow up in the shadow of I, the finest painter Arx has ever seen.
I wish I could zoom in further on that painting.
I blame myself. I should never have encouraged him as a child. He could have grown up to be a merchant or a dentist, not embarrassing himself like this. Are you simple? Why, I painted The Sacrifice of Lucian, the greatest series of paintings to ever come out of Arx. They are part of a private collection now, Lord Kem's. Perhaps he'll grant you a viewing, but I doubt it. There's a reproduction on display at the cathedral. Not the same as viewing the original, of course, but it gives the great unwashed something to pray before.
Let's see how far I can... I wonder where that's supposed to be. This feels Void inspired though. That color palette and the way those tendrils are all reaching towards the sky just reminds me a lot of Voidwoken. Not any specific Voidwoken I've seen, just in general. Or demons, something. Something vile.
A pale young man gazes at the square, seemingly lost in his thoughts. His face and clothes are daubed in what appears to be red paint. Nearby, a canvas sits upon an easel.
I didn't just see it, I witnessed it. Now I must preserve it upon canvas for the generations to come.
He nods, a faraway expression on his face.
The great schism of the Divine Order and the ruination of Arx. This will be my masterpiece. I usually only display completed works, but, well, this painting's raw power is already plain to see. Here, feast your eyes.
Makes sense, I got Voidwoken vibes from it.
He gestures to the canvas. It's completely covered in the same shade of red, layer after layer. It's sodden, dripping onto the cobbles.
That's an interesting barbarian line. I thought it would be something that would just mock the whole concept of art. That's usually how barbarian goes. But, huh. Painting with blood. That is interesting. I'll actually go with barbarian option for once.
He cracks a limp smile. He seems to be getting paler by the minute.
True art requires sacrifice. Artists must put themselves onto the canvas.
His own blood? I was thinking he might use the blood of all these corpses, because there sure is plenty to go around.
He tugs back the sleeve of his tunic to reveal a blood-soaked cloth bandage around his wrist.
It was my father's technique. He was the finest painter of his generation, and he used his own blood for his masterwork. The final panel of The Sacrifice of Lucian. He was also quite the sorcerer. Magic-infused blood can be used to produce the most vivid effects, if you're skilled enough.
I already know where it can be viewed because I talked to his father, so...
Self-preservation is a petty concern. I must put the spiritual above the corporeal. I must finish.
Alright. If he's losing some health, I'll cast a healing skill on him. That might help.
For the most part. A copy can be seen at the Great Cathedral, here in Arx. I visit frequently, for inspiration. But the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to depict Lucian's final sacrifice, was given to Lord Kem a long time ago. He keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on public display for all to see.
Wonder if that's what this quest wants me to... I don't know, the journal will kind of tell me though. Sometimes it gives me a little too much info. Pretty rare though. Like one time the journal mentioned Death Fog Bomb when I hadn't been mentioned at all in the dialogue. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Anyway. Yeah, this is it. Very vague. Bullet points, in the most literal sense. Alright, I don't know, his health is fine. Yeah, so now I can't get that. He is void woken. There's the dog.
Where the smells? I miss the smells.
Oh. Yeah, the magisters were trained dogs to smell the source magic on people and, well, sick them on them. Even gave them mounted crossbows. I have no idea how that would work, but dog-mounted crossbows. Huh. This is pretty popular. A little overwhelmed by which way I should go, though. It's a lot of people to talk to. And you? Of course, we can go down to the sewers. This wouldn't be a city if there wasn't a sewer section. Uh-huh.
Hear ye, hear ye! Magisters routed! Lord Kem's paladins back in charge! Hear ye, hear ye! Void woken attacks increase! Citizens
she gonna do hear ye every time? Yes.
Several ships missing. Hear ye. Magisters colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house. Hear ye. Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions. Dwarven royal stands tall. Hear ye, hear ye. Paladins promise the Good Counsel School will reopen soon. People respond, no hurry.
And trying to go through all the dialogue apparently opened up a quest. Alright.
Hear ye, hear ye. Stranger threatens kid. Town crier unhappy.
She sticks her tongue out at you, then gets back to work.
Hear ye, hear ye. Trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defenses. Hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah, that's half accurate. I mean, they can run up to you and shoot a crossbow bolt in your knee, but they can also just stay at a distance and shoot crossbow bolts at you. Either one.
Lucian's day arrives. Hopeful pilgrims take the path of blood. Not if you're without sin, it isn't.
Alright, well, thanks for being around, Sobit. Have a good night.
Hear ye, hear ye. Dwarven wedding interrupted by Void Woken. Brave dwarves party on. Hear ye, hear ye.
Just how much news does she have?
Friendly Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
Oh, it sounds so much like Hubert. I've read some of Hubert's stuff, and he writes some very lengthy books. You don't actually read them, more like your character reads them and summarizes them for you. Makes sense.
Hear ye, hear ye. That's all the news that's fit to shout.
Okay. Oh, what did I just get? School's out. Oh, I may... I have a real debate whether I should reinvest into persuasion or not.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike.
'Cause Lucky Charm, that's just I get better loot and more loot, which is nice. Telekinesis is I can pick up anything. Lore Master is just so I can see resistances. And we got Thievery for picking locks, but technically also picking pockets if I want to. And then Bartering for better prices.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
But we're kinda rich. I mean, we have 153k. I mean, things can get pretty expensive, so I don't think we should really shirk on bartering. But I don't... Tough decisions. This is actually where it'd be really good to have, you know, a full party of 4, because then you can actually have someone who specializes in persuasion. But then, like, you see how, like, just overwhelming this inventory gets with 2 people, and then you bump it up to 4 people with all this gear. It's... yeah, that's why I stopped my 4-person party playthrough and just did it lone wolf 2-person. It's, at least gear-wise, a lot easier. So, guess we're doing bartering.
What a pile of junk.
Quite rude.
This market is usually twice as busy. People must still be scared to come out.
The elf stands in front of a cart, displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
Don't fret, my friend, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succor, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration. As I promised, miracles at a modest price.
Miracles? Wait, that's almost as good as my last one. Oh, that's good. 3 strength, 2-handed. Ooh. Even has a rune slot. Final word, but I really would prefer a great sword We never get a great sword. I know mechanically they're the same. They're all two-handers, and that's all that matters to the game's stats, but like, I want a great sword. That's good. Instead, all I've been getting are axes. And the occasional mace. Oh yeah, like, this costs like 13k, but if we get Arming 10, it's down to 8k. It's some... I think it was like 30% discount or something at this point, or 33. It's pretty good. Alright, this here is stronger, but less than... it's a high level though. Level in of itself also gives a bonus to damage dealt, so... I'll stick with the finesse and range, because those also boost damage. Wait, what about the rune slot? Okay, we do have a rune slot on our current one. But this one's got finesse and ranged, and it's wider range. Hmm.
What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city. Last time.
Oh, this is a...
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
That's actually a real tough call. Have to get the crossbow or the bow or stick with what we have. So even though the difference looks small, like between the physical damages, that could actually translate to like a 30 or 50 point difference when everything is calculated. As I said earlier, level is very important. A one level difference is a big thing. If I get one, it's going to be a longbow. Just because it's really nice not having movement penalty. Very nice. Plus that gives you the finesse and range back, but I lose the huntsman. And the crit chance, and the accuracy, but the accuracy is whatever. Accuracy is a base part of crossbows. Crit chance, though. What even is Iffin's crit chance? 63. We lose 10% off that if we got rid of the crossbow. That's still pretty high, but clearly a big loss. I think... I'll go for the bow. Buy that. Oh, I just bought that without bartering. Oh, that's like 10k down the drain. Whoops. I already upgraded a lot of our armor. I don't think we should focus too much on other stuff. Oh, but warfare and summoning. Oh yeah, this would be a good 5k discount. Fantastic. Oh, let's int. These are also int. Yeah, what can we sell? Alright, now to identify if we can. Cool. Ooh, dodging. Alright, let's actually get this gear underway then. That's that, and then I picked up the right new ring. We are. I got like 200 health from that. Just plus 2 constitution. And I keep my summoning warfare bonuses. Now then for the belts, because I like having dodge just as a melee fighter, but this game gives dodge to dual wield people and finesse characters, and I am a strength two-handed. Dual wielding actually gives you dodging chance. Actually, I think before I do that, I'll... Alright, so that's a 499 to 612.
You're confident? I'll give you that.
And then 458 to 479. Damages are pretty similar in the... Yeah, they both have the same min and 87, but 91 to 107. But just that one little bit of actually having a higher level increases the damage even further. This was a good call to get. Send that to you. That to Wares. That to Wares. And now we guess who could really use this. Dodge would help if and because he doesn't have much in the way of resisting things, but dodge, as I said, I also like having just in general for myself as well.
What a pile of junk.
It got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident? I'll give you that.
I think I'll lend it to myself. And let's see what my dodge... Oh, my dodge is 9. I've had my dodge at like almost 30% in the past when I really focused on dodge gear. And now I've just kind of focused on getting higher armor and offensive bonuses. And that... Yeah, dodging has really suffered because of that. So I'll probably end up doing a daggers build in the next... this is my first playthrough, by the way, blind. So I don't know what's coming next, but second one I'll probably end up doing daggers, so I get dual wielding, and Scoundrel gives you dagger skills and movement speed. It just all seems real good. It's my Arrow Thurge, because that gives... I've got Arrow Thurge now, which gives me Uncanny Evasion for 90% dodge chance. 1 turn. Yeah. Let's see, what gear do I have to get rid of, though?
It got damaged in the fight.
I wonder, can it make use of the belt? If it can make use of the belt... Okay, I will leave that to Ifan then. Because in his rucksack here, I keep all his old bartering gear. Yep.
The elf stands in front of a cart, displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
Don't fret, my friend, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succor, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration.
Alright, who else has some? Also, I just need to double check that we actually have 10 bartering, which is the highest it can go.
Back in business. Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh?
What's up with that dog?
Now, what'll it be?
There it is. Blind? Okay. Ah, it's just a bunch of... how much of this do we even... Live wood, though. Live wood would be good. Alright, anybody... Interesting dances some of these people do. Where's that dog? Ifan has Pet Pal, which allows him to speak with animals like he would with people.
What's going on? I smell terrible things, I do. I smell fear, and blood, and doom, and death, and something else. Something worse. It's coming from under the city.
That would be the Death Fog. So we learned way back when that the Dwarf Queen was shipping Death Fog containers to here for presumably a Death Fog bomb.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
Yeah, Death Fog in this setting is kinda akin to nukes in our setting.
May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
They don't quite behave the same. Death Fog's more like you instantly kill anything it touches. Wait, okay, cool. I thought just for a second that maybe that Yulongbo was better. No, it's lower. Oh, this one. Is it? No, it's unique grade. Oh, but it has... we just bought this bow. Even has glitter dust. Oh, that's like... Bleeding for 2 turns instead of... That kind of clinches it, honestly. No, wait. Yulongbo is stronger. But this one has Huntsman +2. Dang, that is a... I'll stick with higher damage. That is a tough call. And then we will, of course, buy this for himself. So he has low HP. It doesn't have a rune slot. Okay. I wish we could get rid of Jonathan's ring, but we can't sell it. I don't think we need it anymore. So I guess we'll just shove it into storage. And that elf lady is just being rude to everybody.
Look, by all means, but do not touch the merchandise. Human skin's impure oils may taint even the least delicate of my herbs and tinctures. Do return, should you find it necessary.
I got some int gear, but we aren't int characters. We still have a healthy stock of these, but I'll buy a couple. Now, where is a good merchant for selling strength type? No, you're not. Or are you? I don't know. You got all the weapons in front of your stuff. Oh, here we are. Blacksmith.
You, eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but me wife's here to work, not a gawcat. Now, what'll it be? Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
See, you got some great swords here, but they suck. Ugh. We have this two-handed mace that actually looks pretty gnarly. Really gnarly. Challenge. Oh. Okay. That's really, really gnarly. Oh, 25% chance to knock down? Ooh. And a 25 crit... Oh, boy. these are... Wish I knew about this gear beforehand, but whatever. What are you gonna do about it? Alright, I wanna like check what my... because I can't scroll down in the comparison for my base gear. And alright, it's just straight up worse. Okay. Let's unequip that. Take the rune out. And then we are going to send that to Ifan. We'll sell his old boots and my old axe and buy me this new hammer.
Get yourself geared up.
Put the old rune in. It would deal even more damage.
You've got some bite in ya, then I've got what you need.
Now we have a free skill slot because you know, I have 2 skills from gear. That is awesome, and I don't know what skill to put in there.
You've got some bite in ya, then I've got what you need.
Cleanse wounds did not do much. 862 feels like a lot to me, but then I realize I have like 3,500. That's not too much.
Business must be booming for you, all them broken weapons.
Dead magisters don't tend to buy weapons.
Still, the paladin.
Paladins don't need them either. They took the weapons off the dead magisters.
If you've got some bite, then I've got what you need.
I have something that can help restore mage armor, because that's what we're low on between the two of us. Or even Death Wish. Death Wish could... Oh, Death Wish is 2 AP though. Maybe a summoning skill. Soulmate? Soulmate. Maybe Cannibalize. Cannibalize would be neat, but I don't know how ultimately wise that is. Because having someone around both allows you to divvy up the damage dealt, damage taken, as well as, well, have an extra fighter on the field. I will Soulmate though. I'm thinking removing Cleanse Wounds though. Because I'm not really a good Hydrosophist. I've really just invested my points into summoning, warfare, and two-handed, and just some paraminimums into other magics so that I can use the utility skills they have available.
If you've got some bite in ya, then I've got what you need.
Can go Blinding Radiance, but that's resisted by magic armor.
Get yourself geared
Since we don't deal a lot of magic damage, we're probably not gonna get blind inflicted on too many enemies. Can go back to Blood Rain.
Get yourself geared up.
I don't really use it anymore because now I can directly infuse my summon with elements. But I can't do a direct infusion of blood.
Dead
I do Battering
magisters
Ram.
don't tend to buy weapons.
Still, the paladins.
Paladins don't need them either. They took the weapons off the dead magisters.
Oh, there's Arcane Stitch. Right, Arcane Stitch. Okay, Pop Soul. 8 off. And what was the other one I added? Blood Rain. That's the source point though in 3 AP, which is just... Well, it's really good to have full mage armor. We also don't have much to begin with, and that seems to cost a lot in the action economy. So, yeah, our mage armor goes down like 2 hits, so a full restore, while indeed very useful, would not last long. So a lot of cures on the heals, whatever. Alright, so I'll go back to Blood Rain and Soulmate.
Shoo, you flea bag, shoo!
Can't help but think I might be better off with a little something else, but wait, Dominate. Although I don't have much magic damage between the two of us, my summon can deal magic damage. And they can deal a lot of it. Which means I will take off Blood Rain. And go Dominate Mind. And I'll worry about sorting this out later. Because that takes a while.
I'm just the one that hammers and such. You want the wares, you speak to my wife Fianola over there.
Are any other merchants around here? Just you.
Get moving. It's the busiest day of the year.
Probably just you, huh?
She nods a greeting.
I feel like that's it for merchants. It seems like it. Ah, no grocer? You gonna steal something? Ah, just looking. Over here, there's some. You see the training grounds. Okay, I think that's it for shopping then. Wonder how far my strength has fallen or risen. Lost 5 points of strength, I think.
They kicked me out. Don't they know who I am?
And who are you?
A well-dressed dwarf woman lies on the cobbles, giggling drunkenly to herself.
I wish I was bloody homeless. Then I'd be home already. No, I was at a wedding. Beggars kicked me out. Said I was causing a scene. The usual fuss. The groom's a local alchemist, marrying the daughter of some big shot merchant. They'd hardly kick out their own flesh and blood, would they? I barely know any of them. Friends of business acquaintances. Eh? No. Why would I do that?
Well, my int and const are pretty low, so even if they might be more sensible, persuasion strength is my best stat. Because Well, yes, having a higher stat that's related to these will reduce the challenge rating of it. Challenge ratings are also still set individually for each. So even if, say, I reduce a challenge rating by like a 5 for strength and by 0 for these two, this one could be like a 10 while these are like a 3. Which point, strength is still going to be the hardest. I don't have that information. So actually is that debate between going for my highest stat and going for what sounds the best. I feel int is like the smartest choice. And also happens to be the intelligence choice. Strength is still my highest stat. I'll go with it even though my int is 10.
Yep. I can already feel a bloody headache coming along, and your yapping isn't helping it. Go on, push on.
Oh well.
There is no better city in the world than Arx, stranger. Arx endures.
That it seems to. What was up with this whole public execution thing?
Please, you've got to help me. My wife, they want to kill her. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to save lives, but no one will listen. You have to help, please. Of being a good person. Please, there's no time. They'll kill her. Go!
In Lucian's...
You approach, but the paladin's icy blue eyes never move from his prisoner.
You are interrupting a paladin court, stranger.
You couldn't call this a court until the end of days, Kem. It's still a disgrace.
The prisoner will be silent.
Oh, this is Lord Kem.
We are beyond accusations. This once paladin is guilty of refusing orders and protecting supporters of the Black Ring.
They were boys. Local boys that signed up for steady pay and a slick uniform. A couple of white traitors doesn't mean every magister is in league with the Ring.
At best, you are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence is death.
His icy eyes focus on you for the first time, pinning you with a freezing look.
Step aside, stranger. I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside.
Yeah, I feel like persuasion is just a better and better stat to invest. I'm gonna do that like second playthrough. What are his stats? Oh, he has really high strength. His wits and memory aren't too high. You know what? I'll make a quick save mid-convo. Maybe this works. Nice. Oh, that's what I thought. Alright. Well, I could, now that I have a quick save, I can actually try all the different options, but I really just want to try between the wits and the strength one. Yeah, that was a lower one.
This traitor is sentenced to die. Your words cannot change that.
I wonder how much more I'll try, though. Just give me some save scumming tools, and I'm gonna use them. Otherwise, I'll keep asking myself, what if? we probably cannot save her with conversation. And I don't want to fight this guy, because he's the lord of the city here, and all these paladins are on his side. Trying to save one lady we barely know at the expense of the entire city is just absurd.
This traitor is sentenced to die. Your words cannot change that.
Alright. Well, he most likely speaks truth. I will try once more. Nope.
This traitor is sentenced. It is time, Paladin.
Kem, please! Kill me if your damned honor demands it, just not here. Not in front of Marie. Take me to the dungeon.
Justice must be seen. It cannot take place in the shadows. Make your peace, Paladin.
This is better than the Magister Courts, I'll say. The Magister Courts, they don't hold a trial, they do it in private. And they'll just kill the plaintiff. It's
Please,
farce.
don't do this. Not in front of her.
May her sin be forgiven and her name forgotten. This we pray in Lucian's name. Now, back to your duties. There is much to do.
Wait. I have...
What is this? Am I dreaming? I went to my bunk after patrol duties, and now... this. I'll wake up in a minute. Winslow's snoring always wakes me. This can't be real. What? I don't know anything about the Black Ring. I must be dreaming. I have to be. I saw her enter the city with the Whites. Or did I? Did I dream it? Am I dreaming you?
In my experience, about half the spirits actually recognize they're dead. The other half don't.
Spirit's last hours flash before your eyes. In battle, you refuse to kill Magisters. For this crime, you face execution at the hands of Lord Kem. In the moment before the blade comes down, you accept the reality of your death.
Oh. Like...
You let them kill her. You... Oh, sweet Lucian. Oh, blessed divine.
Drag her away when Kem says so, and not before. Well, that's one more problem dealt with. Arx will be thriving again in no time, now that we're free of vermin.
The paladins that died today went into the ground. The magisters into the fire. Where am I to put someone like her?
Good question. Depends how much you value someone who holds mercy in their heart. Either way, there be Lord Kem. Oh wait, can't we just... I don't even know if I can...
Was cheer the bride.
Oh yeah, I could pickpocket her. But we'll try getting in the legit way, because we do have connections with Lilhar that may be able to get us in, like, legitimately.
The dwarf's armor looks as if it weighs half a ton, yet he moves with alarming ease. You note his insignia, a snarling wolf.
All the armor in this game feels oversized, except for when you go to maybe the mage, and the mage is also oversized. Only the rogue stuff feels kind of appropriate.
Browse the shop as you please.
Lohar, eh? Well then, you need to talk to my colleague inside.
Glad I helped out Lilhar.
The dwarf stands straight and tall, or at least as tall as a dwarf can manage.
I'm a member of Her Majesty Queen Justinia's Royal Regiment. Special Officer, rank 1, sir.
I'm not at liberty to discuss that, sir.
Through his visor, you can only see his eyes, but there's something in them that belies the steely exterior.
I can try to seduce him.
Please do. The store's open. Do your shopping.
Should do a stop sacred anymore. Maybe tidy the shelves. All safe.
Alright, looks like we need our barter gear again. Hopefully don't engage in combat after buying.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry, it's been, quite a day. You need a hand with anything, let me know.
Oh, he has quite a bit of things. Pretty looking things, but nothing I'd really want.
Take care of yourself.
Our protector. There's the trader. Empty flan. Ooh, is this someone I know? That name seems familiar. You are Dorian Gull. Oh, those might be the wedding participants. Okay. There's probably nothing really to buy here then.
I was hired to guard a wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
Okay. Okay. I want to be sure I'm on the right one. Because even though it's a level lower with lower armor, it still has the bonus stats looking mighty attractive.
Oh, didn't see you there. Sorry, it's been, quite a day. You need a hand with anything, let me know.
He rubs his jaw in thought and gives you a long look.
Low, eh? The boss has been getting messages from dwarves all over, but that is an interesting one. He's not exactly everyone's favourite dwarf.
So, me mentioning his names might get me into a fight somewhere in here.
But, talk to the guard at the door. I really shouldn't say any more. Take care of yourself.
Back away from the door!
At the mention of Loha, she narrows her eyes, suspicious, and then opens the door. With a jerk of her head, she motions you inside.
I think we should talk straight to Michael Ross, wherever that guy is. Let's see, Royal Protector, Bar Kendrick.
Lucky I was posted indoors. I'll be drawing breath now if I was...
This Squire Perry. You know what? I'll talk to him anyways.
Woken here. And who'll clean up that mess in the garden? It'll be me, the new guy.
What? Oh. Oh. That's quite a mess. That's quite a mess. Wait, I could... It tells me there may be something more to this statue. I'll talk to him.
Ah, you. The noble-looking dwarf beckons Ifan closer. Ifan narrows his eyes, but strides over anyhow, as the dwarf gestures toward the somber group inside.
Hard to believe you're looking at a wedding party, isn't it? My wedding party.
He looks you over, his mouth pressed into a mirthless smirk.
But I suppose you're no stranger to mournful faces. The Silver Fang, isn't that right?
Silver clutch. I can correct him. I'll let Ifan handle this.
I know you're him. I know you can take care of problems. And I've got just the problem for you. A very lucrative one.
I intend to be a particular kind of husband. And I could use someone with your particular talents to help me achieve this. I need you to take care of my father-in-law and bring me his will.
The dwarf winks in an exaggerated fashion, squeezing one eye shut so forcefully it looks like his face just swallowed an eyeball. In return, Ifan raises one eyebrow, slowly.
The man you speak of is not who I am anymore, and I'll not become him again for the likes of you.
Without another word, Ifan turns on one heel and strides away, leaving the aggrieved dwarf spluttering in his wake.
Well, I don't think we should talk to him again, although I will talk to Ifan right here.
Gives you a sheepish look, all flinty eyes and hunched shoulders.
That's just not the kind of business I'm interested in anymore.
It could have been a lucrative job, but most of the times when in dialogue when they say, oh, it's expensive, 1,000 gold. How much does gear cost? 13,000 gold. Oh, I'm not quite trusting.
He nods, a faraway look in his eyes.
I trust in the descriptor lucrative.
After the death fog, I truly thought there was no point to anything anymore. But now, after all we've been through together, I've got a new purpose. Stopping divinity.
I really have to wonder what would happen if I actually took divinity for myself. I mean, Ifan would probably become my enemy, which I don't want. But I mean, like, in another playthrough, another timeline, could I, like, become the whatever. Some musings for another time.
I am so sorry. How could I have known?
She looks up at you with glassy eyes, wiping her tear-streaked face on one brocade sleeve.
A girl's wedding should be the happiest day of her life.
She looks down at her feet. Seeing her blood-spattered wedding slippers, her face crumples and tears spring from her eyes.
I should be so happy. Everybody should be so happy. But before we could even cut our wedding cake, there were voidwoken everywhere.
I have a hankering for cake.
We barely made it indoors alive. But not everyone was so lucky. I can hardly bear to think of them. Their wives and husbands and children back in the kingdom, left to grieve alone. What are you insinuating? We're merchants, not mystics. You should have seen those void monsters. All that blood, all that death. They didn't deserve... We didn't.
She buries her head in her hands, sobbing uncontrollably.
I can't accept them. I know you mean well, but how can I celebrate now? Voidwoken on my wedding day. At least my loving husband is still with me.
She turns and waves one timid hand to her husband on the balcony. He offers an apathetic grunt in return. She blinks back tears from her pink-tinged eyes.
Please forgive him. He's broken up. It's a lot to take in. We lost so much in the blink of an eye.
I don't think I want to make your day worse.
I have been feeling peaky lately. My darling said it was the rosy glow of a woman in love. But now, I think it was a warning. A sign of the massacre to come. My poor love. He needs a moment to himself. And who wouldn't? Today should have been so different.
She takes a shuddering breath and idly itches her face. You would expect her cheeks to be ruddy from tears, but they are pale instead, almost translucent, revealing the vessels snaking underneath.
Hold on. Hold on. It's an alchemist marrying a rich merchant, marrying into a rich merchant family. And given how crassly he just asked for us to assassinate his father-in-law and get his will, and her pale cheeks with snake-like vessels, could he have poisoned her and plans to take the entire family's wealth through their will? Oh, that is just like a dwarf. And dwarves in other settings are like, you know, the best smiths of the realm, hard workers, mountain people. Dwarves in this setting are exactly like this. Thick as thieves.
The woman cries on.
Okay. Now, is it possible for me to... Oh, it is. Blocked. I can't examine it. Wonder if I need to hire a war master to examine it. Oh, also, are we trespassing? Okay, we're not. You were right if we were trespassing.
Move on, please. Move on.
Nothing to see here. Not even today.
Alright, I'll, here. Why? Is it a cursed person? I've encountered people that were cursed into pigs, but... A
well-dressed dwarf paces swiftly around the room, overseeing the packing of trunks. He gives you a cursory glance, worry etched on his face.
Yes, thank you for coming. Indeed, it would have been a beautiful ceremony if only... Dark times. Dark times indeed. Safe home to you now.
He quickly turns away and casts a worried gaze around the room, counting something on his fingers.
I'm afraid I don't know any. Lohar, you say?
I feel like if the strength persuasion fails, things are gonna go real south.
Oh, Lohar. I know the guy all right. I knew his father, kiss my arse, and his mother, shove off.
Just thinking, maybe I had some proof of Lohar's existence. He gave me at some point. I mean, it's too late to bring it up in the conversation, but I mean, maybe I had it. Be on the ship though, or sold. I'm just trying to think. It'd be a book, wouldn't it? Ugh.
Oh, Lohar. I know the guy all right.
Ross flashes a satisfied grin and returns to his chores.
Well, I have one more shot because these are per character attempts.
You've come to serve, yes? Excellent. Bring me my slippers. Chop chop. Aw, it's always so adorable when the peasants pretend they have lives of their own.
Where are the stairs? Actually, you know what? Split up. And then all of that goes. Because I have not thrown out any books this entire journey. Alright, so I think if we're... yeah, in the wooden box, I could put all the books because they can take up a lot of space. Like a lot of space. I don't need to do the skill books. Okay, hold that in the hand. Goes in the wooden box. Pick up the wooden box. What books have we got? Put those also in the wooden box. That we can add to wares. We don't have to use for a skill book right now. Now we go City Square, I guess. And then use the pyramid. I'll try talking with him one more time now that I have all this stuff in my inventory. Or not, I should probably... This should all count, but just in case it doesn't.
Be brief. You've been proven a friend to Duna's spawn, so from one friend to another, I say, get out of Arx. Leave it far behind and never look back. I can't say why, but trust me, just do it. All right, look, just get out of Arx. Leave it far behind and never turn back. I can't say why, but trust me, do it. Listen, we're both busy men. Why don't you get busy somewhere else while I stay busy here?
Be brief.
Ah, my darling Lulabelle. Isn't she a beautiful creature? A ray of light during dark times, when even a marriage ceremony can get cut short by tragedy.
Alright, now how much is this wooden box gonna weigh? 71. Yeah, I think I can carry that. Actually, yeah, let's drop that. Open it. Yoink everything. Pause the game with too many books. And then... there. But we will get up.
A well-dressed dwarf paces swiftly around the room.
Oh, yes, thank you for coming. Indeed, it's safe home to you.
He quickly turns away.
Actually, I think it may not count if he doesn't read the books themselves, so this is going to be a while. And having the book is one thing, reading it's another. I really hope I just read multiple books. If I do that, hope I can't read multiple books. Right. Thanks for watching, and I'm glad you liked it. I'm here usually nightly. There's a Discord link, so join that if you want to get pings. So, hope to see you again. Oh, thanks for the follow. I guess there's that too. Oops. Hit me too many times while looking around. Oh, now the new tags are gone. Luckily, it remembers where your cursor was. With a blessing and a curse, because the new icon looks almost identical to what your cursor highlight is. So when you have a lot of news, it can be hard to tell where exactly your cursor is without moving it. Almost done. Alright, so this is 71 books. 71 pounds worth of books.
Be brief.
Kilos. I don't even know what the measuring system is. Probably kilos.
I'm afraid I don't know any. Lohar, you say? Oh, Lohar.
Ross flashes a satisfied...
Be brief.
You've been proven a friend to Duna. I'm glad we agree with...
Okay. That pretty much just means I now have to sort all this out. Wonder, does it? Yeah, it goes back up there. So I think I'll just work like this. That way I don't snap over to the other inventory window when I hit the edge. Yeah, I left these off on the ship for a reason. It's a lot of books. Alright, hold in hand. Oh, that also weighs 2.5 in of itself. Look at all those books flying off Ifan's portrait. Oh, that's so many books. Oh, can't stick around and look at this forever. It's still going. I think it starts the end though, because I see some Eternal tablets. There it goes.
Bloody void woken at a wedding. If that ain't a bad omen, nothing is.
Alright, I think I'll call it myself pretty soon.
You a hunter? I've got just the
So, as before, because I haven't dedicated this whole game to stream, so I would keep playing this off stream. We'll pick up tomorrow night with whatever I do, whether that be coding or gaming, anything. Likely more of this, though, because I love this game so much. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great night and had a good Mother's Day, because it's almost midnight here. And I'll see you all tomorrow night.